Hey guys, it's Travian, and I haven't made a video like this or a video specifically for this channel in such a long time. But today there was a new event for Apple, and on my podcast channel, I cover everything that has to do about tech. And based on this event, it's kind of different than their event earlier this year. So I feel like it didn't require at all a video that goes into depth of the whole event and picking out my favorite stuff from it. And it's a nice day, so I wanted to create a video outside and just see how this is all gonna go. But I just kind of wanted to sit here and talk about everything, what I thought about the event and my perspective of it, and some of the nice features that they probably shown in the event, because it's the same thing almost every year around this time. September, October, they give it a name. This one's called Glow Time or whatever it was called. But the event it's the same thing every year. They show their new phone. You're gonna get a new phone every single year. What's gonna be acquired with it? Should you upgrade? Yes or no? And I say it depends on you. So one of the things that I mainly did not want to add a video and spend hours creating a full deep dive into this event for was because most of these products, they were going to show how they integrated all of those new features they brought up earlier in the year at WWDC into their new products. And how are they going to do that? So one thing I really like about this event is it kind of gets into a deep dive of some little features and talks about it more familiarity and things. But that's about the gist of it as far as where it goes. And we see some new colors of iPhones. We see their trade-in values, how much all these AirPods and watches are going to cost. But that's really what we're really going to get. I am going to deep dive kind of into some particular stuff that they did announce that was not brought up in WWDC. And I just don't know where to start. But as far as like these events go, as I always talk about how I always want to go to these tech events, and I always wanted to participate in them, see how it's going to be actually being there, wanting to report on all of that stuff, and just maybe it will give me a different perspective on some things. But yeah, I feel like this event at the end of the year now, the way where we're at, it's the same thing. And who wants to make the same content on the same stuff that's going to happen every single year, year around year? Just say iPhone with a higher upgraded number, and that's just what it is. But Apple focuses on two people right now, two kinds of consumers besides the normal people. The two people who really benefit with all these new features that Apple is coming out with are people who are really into health, athletes, people who hike, any type of athlete, anybody with any health issues, anything that's going on with your health. They really focus on those kinds of people there. So that's one thing for starters. The second type of person are creators, people who are very creative, content creators. And you should be able to know based on like some of the stuff that you've seen. If you watch the event, go watch it. It's going to deep dive into some more details around it, because I'm not going to go into every single detail that was given in there. It was an hour and 40 minutes long. I'm not going to do that in 10 minutes, but I am going to give what I have experience with and what I thought is very important. So the first thing that they revealed at this event was the watches. I haven't used an Apple Watch in so long, but I know so many people who do, especially for the value that it provides for your health and for all the other benefits that it has pertaining to tracking your health, your sleep, all of that, your workouts, and whatever other stuff that you do. It's easier to use your watch. I know people who pick up calls on their watch, they leave their phone there. And that's one of the things, like, I don't want to carry around my phone everywhere all the time. Maybe having a watch, it would make it easier, but I just haven't worn an Apple Watch in a long time. Me particularly, I am a person who likes more traditional style watches, and that's just my style typically. But I might grow into the Apple Watches again, especially after the update that they just revealed today. So I really don't talk about a lot of personal things that are going on, but one of the things that they brought up was sleep apnea. How many people does that affect? Who knows? But I know from personal experience and stuff, I just took a test. I'm waiting for results and stuff regarding sleep apnea and what it went through to be able to take that test for whatever the 3 nights or so. And I felt like that was kind of pretty cool as far as it being able to track your sleep and making sure that you're sleeping in the most efficient and healthiest way possible, and alerting you about possible risks to your health that is really going to affect your health. I feel like that's really important. And they didn't say anything about that in WWDC at all. So it was a shocker. I wasn't expecting it. It's something that I recently was going through. So I was like, dang, like besides the little minor watch upgrades that they gave, along with also putting a microphone or speaker into the Apple Watch. So now you can play your music and all your other stuff out of your watch at a more efficient rate than whatever noise it used to make, or whatever's going on. It makes noises now, okay? You can put your phone down. You can use your watch for it instead. So that's just one of the craziest things about the watches, that I was like, hey man, like if I'm really thinking about my health right now, what do I want to do? How am I going to go about getting it? I should probably get my tripod to start making these now that I realize it, but I just wanted to just speak off on the fly real quick. Another thing was now the Airpods. I've had the same AirPod since generation 1, and I've only lost one of them once, and a friend replaced it with a spare one that they had. So I really had Gen 1 AirPods for the longest time. It's not even a joke, and I probably need to replace them. One, I didn't know AirPod Maxes cost almost $600, like $550 or whatever. It said it. That's disgusting. You can get a pair of Beats. Mind you, Apple, I think, owns Beats now, and you can get Beats for way cheaper. They just were on sale. I got a pair for less than $200, about the same price as the AirPod 4s that just came out, and they do a lot of the same stuff anyways. So that, I don't know. I know people who have them, but I don't really get the appeal too much of it, especially when you have the Pros and all of the other stuff. But the greatest pro that I saw from using the AirPod Pros are the hearing aid stuff and all the hearing sensitivity things and taking hearing tests. And this is what I mean, like Apple is really in tune with people who care about their health right now. And I don't cover Android stuff enough to know if Android products are doing this as well too, but they're going through FDA regulations and things, going through other testing patterns and stuff to see that these tests are accurate. So you can take hearing tests now. It will give you updates, and then based on your hearing results, it will conform your headphones and your hearing profile to everything across the board on all your apps, for your music, your YouTube videos, all of that. Any sound that comes through it, your phone calls, it will help you. And if you need to use them as hearing aids, you can do that. So if you're having trouble hearing, it will help you hear better. That is crazy. That's it's next level almost. And that's another thing that they didn't talk about WWDC. This is why I want to watch every single event and go to, because they're not going to say everything. And these first two things that they covered, they really dove into health as far as their accessory items. Like, that's what I mean by the first group is really pertaining into health. The second group for content, the phones. The phones are so now powerful. Like I'm on a 12 right now, an iPhone 12. I'm recording this video. I'm gonna go chop it in, look at how it sounds with the audio and things when I upload it to my computer, and post a video on my private personal channel, because that's where I'm gonna start keeping tech content like this on my personal channel and kind of grow that profile. And then we're gonna do reaction stuff to tech on the podcast, which will be linked down below. And then also, real quick before we get distracted, I will link my WWDC top 10 video to the end of this video. So watch this all the way through. You'll see it pop up on the screen. I think it's a dope video. I think it's one of the best videos that I made. and I really got creative with it. And that's when I really like started really diving into this whole content stuff and thinking about it. So that's the first two things. But as I was saying about the phones, I'm recording right now content on an iPhone. They're making it even better with the 16. Yes, I have a 12, so I won't be able to use all the AI stuff, but the 15, if you have the 15, there's no point of you upgrading yet, because you have a phone that's going to be compatible with these features and whatnot. But if you have stuff that are 5 years old, 4 years old, maybe it's time to upgrade, possibly. It depends on your needs. I'm always a person that says, if your phone still works, use it until it does not work anymore. Use your products until it just completely dies and pretty much shits the bed. Because as I said, I've still had the first generation AirPods, and I'm just now running into issues with them where they're disconnecting randomly, battery life stuff, things like that. So now it's like, oh my gosh, it's time to upgrade. What should I do? And now I have this knowledge of where I can upgrade and stuff to give these suggestions and things like that. But for my phone works perfectly fine. But if I look at this as a content creator and the lens of that, hey, maybe I don't have to go buy a super expensive camera. I can do all this stuff on my phone. I can translate all this stuff to my MacBook, edit on that, besides whatever. Like, it's the cameras are way better. They're giving you a bunch of other features. They just said they record up to 4K, 120 frames a second. And you can play back at different frame rate speeds for better editing and things like that. And you could do a whole bunch of other stuff. They had a slow motion recording thing for a cinema mode, and all of these other camera recording modes and different stuff that you can do with the camera. That's really insane if you ask me, because I feel like it really raises the bar as far as like phones and stuff due to what they're being available to. If you're a content creator, hey, you might be able to find a use of it, especially if you're in a business already with it and you can write it off. That's a whole nother discussion, but that's really what it is right now. I'm saying, like, that's the main takes that I get from this WWDC stuff and what Apple is and the type of users and market that Apple is trying to target, besides their carbon footprint. The carbon footprint stuff that they mention in every event benefits them more than you guys think, especially when it comes to cost. And why you guys think that it's important for them to trade in phones. If you guys really want to get a deep dive into that, I can create a whole nother video on that if it's really requested and people want to see it. Why not? But that's not the point of this video. But besides that, I think I actually enjoyed the video due to having that ability to really deep dive into what is new, who is this going to really help, and thinking about it in this lens. And I normally, when I first started watching Apple event videos like last year, I don't think I thought like this at all. I can go back to my old podcast videos. I wasn't even doing stuff on camera back then. It was audio only. And I have to say, I'm kind of impressed. And I think I really tuned into who they're really targeting, besides those people who really already just rock with Apple because they rock with Apple. Like, you really think about who these features are for. Who are they for? Like, they can be used for so many different people, and it's not even funny. The possibilities of where we're going in the future, and making even the stuff smaller, like the watch, they're giving it more spatial room, screen room, but also condensing it kind of in size and thinness. It makes it less heavier, and they can do that with these new chips that they're putting in it and all this other technology. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. Some of the colors that Apple's been rocking with recently too, I'm liking. I like when they bring out those earth tones, the black colors and stuff like that. I love those kind of neutral colors, and that's another thing that really kind of gets to me, because that's kind of the clothes that I wear that you guys will see in vlogs and stuff. Those are kind of the colors and stuff that I really like personally, and it feeds into stuff that I like. wearing a black shirt, you know, it literally goes with me. So all I have to say is, what do you guys think about it? What did you guys think about the event? This is my first impressions after just watching it and finishing it earlier today, and kind of just scoping out everything as far as it goes. Besides that, don't forget to subscribe. Please like, comment, let me guys know what you guys think. And if you guys want more videos like this, if not, we have other videos that I've planned. I'm already scoping them out, coming out soon. And also on the podcast, a lot of stuff's about to be recorded for that and be dropping, because I have long travel vlog stuff to record and I don't have any time to make new stuff besides that in October. But Techtember, as Marquise Brownlee says, it's looking good so far. This past week, I've seen so much updates around tech and things, and I'm excited. Hopefully you guys excited, but peace out. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe again, and share it with your peoples and everything. We're gonna run up. So thank you. Peace. See you.